Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, Capricorns, we're going to take a look at the topic of love, but we are going to do it from their perspective for just a minute here and ask what's going on. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Is this somebody who's like, packed up all my stuff? I'm ready to go move in with Capricorn. But everything I got is, wow. Hang on. We've got the Seven of Swords. We got the Six of Swords. Is this somebody either? This looks complicated. They could be walking away from Capricorn, but I don't see it because they're matching Capricorn's energy. So that's my rationale for what I'm about to say. I feel like this is somebody who is moving toward Capricorn after them saying, oh, it's over with Capricorn. We're done. We'll never talk again. That was never true. Because inside this coffin, it says hope and redemption. This is a Seven of Swords. They lied to themselves about being able to let this go. The only thing they're wanting to really let go is the chaos and the trauma. They want to move into calmer waters. This is somebody who might have broken it off with Capricorn, and they're doing a total 180. Are you kidding me? I don't want to break it off with Capricorn. I don't want to leave Capricorn. I want to live with Capricorn. I want to bring my little suitcase, bring it on home. We have got the, oh God, what's it? Hang on, Sam Cooke, bring it on home to me. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, well, honey, bring it on home. Bring your sweet lovin', bring it on home to me. Yeah. It feels very much like, I feel like this person wants to dance, slow dance in the kitchen with Capricorn. I feel like now that they've made this decision, this realization, who have I been kidding? I've been lying to myself. I want Capricorn back. I'm going back to Capricorn. It looks like they are kind of like thrilled and invigorated by this. You know what I'm going to do? They could be telling other people, no, I love Capricorn. I got to fight for this. I got to go back to them. I got to be with Capricorn. Knight of Cups. They are leaving behind the other choice that they made. And I'm not saying that they were with some other person. I'm saying if this individual was like, me and Capricorn broke up, I'm going to go live with my buddies, live with some friends or something. And we were making plans. This is them announcing to the group, you know what? I'm actually not going to be moving in. Honestly, thanks for like taking me in while Capricorn and I had this big turmoil. But honestly, I got to go back to where I belong. I love this Capricorn. I feel like they are making this big announcement. No matter what happened, they're the person I want. What brought them to this big moment of wisdom, this moment of, but I can't pretend like I can walk away from Capricorn. Three of Swords, it sucked really, really, really badly. They were devastated. I feel like they could have had some philosophical, I'm picturing them sitting, talking to like a friend, discussing philosophical things. You see how we have two busts of, like great thinkers. I almost wonder if they didn't have some, there's candlelight there. I'm picturing them sitting like by outside on a back patio with friends or a friend drinking a beer or something, sitting around like a little fire pit and talking and maybe having a meltdown, maybe actually crying. And maybe their friend was like, it doesn't sound like you want to be away from Capricorn. So why are you doing that? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Capricorn's so mad at me. Capricorn hates me. Capricorn really is angry at me. And it could have been that the friend said, well, did they have a right to be mad at you? Is there like, I feel like they talked this out with somebody who gave them some serious, like straightforward peace of mind over a fire pit and a beer. They broke down and I think I feel like this person was crying because they said Capricorn really won't talk to me. They're really mad at me. And I think the friend said, well, maybe you should heal things with Capricorn. Capricorn's the one that you want. If you meet somebody that important to you, even if you have fights and problems, it's worth it to say, well, fights and problems are going to happen. These are the things that we have to get through because Capricorn's my 1 in a million, 1 in a billion. I think they got some serious sage advice from somebody who they are now very proud in the, cold gray light of dawn to announce to the friend who gave good advice and maybe some other friends sitting around like, you know what, I'm leaving. I got to go talk to Capricorn. I got to work stuff out with them. I kind of feel like they're going to be supported. I think that they have a group of people that want this person to still be with Capricorn. Like, good. That's kind of what we said is if you're heartbroken, you're devastated, Let me ask this. Why did they have their meltdown and say Capricorn hates me, they don't want to talk to me, with that Queen of Swords in the reverse? Was Capricorn really mad and didn't want to talk to them? Seven of Swords. I think they were holding back with how they felt about Capricorn. I think Capricorn had it. You know what? If you can't be honest with me about whether or not this is important to you, then get gone. I don't want to talk to you because you don't know if I'm important to you. So it won't matter if I'm not around. So I'm shutting down communication. Ooh, Capricorn was not having any of their lies. None of them. Capricorn wasn't playing a game. It wasn't like, well, if you don't care, then I'll just go ahead and disappear on you, and then we'll see how much you care. No. I think Capricorn said, I'm way too precious to give my precious energy to somebody that doesn't know if I'm important or knows I'm important but lies about it. So we're done. If this doesn't matter to you, and that's the way this is, if we're not moving things forward, if we're not moving in, if we're not doing something where you can show me that I matter, then I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And I think Capricorn really meant it. And I think they shut down and went into silent mode. Let me ask, what did the friends say, or friend, the person giving the advice, the philosopher over here? They said point blank, well, that was a pretty toxic move on your part, because you're sitting here crying to me over how heartbroken you are about Capricorn, but it sounds kind of like you did this yourself. You sabotaged it. You did the toxic thing. So you wanted Capricorn to be stuck on you, but you didn't have to give Capricorn your emotions in return. I'm not sure how would that be fair, though? I mean, don't you think maybe you hurt Capricorn's heart? I just feel like there was this dialogue back and forth between these two busts, and it was philosophical conversation by candlelight. And it was, somebody said the obvious. Well, you ruined it with Capricorn. You do love them, but you weren't like offering them something, but you wanted them to be tangled up in your web. That's not cool. Tell me about the star card, because that was still part of this good advice that this person had. They said, if I was you, I would beat my little feet and run, no matter how far, no matter how distant it is. I would try very hard to rush back and go get my Capricorn back. Because that Capricorn, they are, every day that you leave them unprotected is every day that they could meet somebody else who will be very, very pleased to and proud to be with them, and show that they're proud to be with them and be there in their life. So if you want to have success with that Capricorn, I would not leave this gap. I would not leave your Capricorn out there for somebody else in the world to match up with. This has already been like, what the heck are you doing, man? What the heck are you doing? I feel like the friend said point blank, you need to run if you're going to go get this Capricorn back, because they're not going to tolerate some of that stuff. And there will be other people who want this Capricorn just the same way you do. You're crying over them, in love with them, but you did something toxic and sabotaged it. If they wanted to be with you, that means that they love you too. But if you're not going to treat them right, they're going to go find somebody else. And they're probably going to find somebody really fast, because it sounds like they're a catch. That's why you're crying over them. I like the fact that this friend was so like not beating around the bush. Oh yeah, just let them go, man. I like the fact that the friend, masculine or feminine, whoever they were, was very philosophical about, okay, but you're the one crying over this. You're saying they hate you. Why do you think they hate you? And then they explain, kind of what happened here. And the friend's like, oh, that's not what that sounds like at all. It sounds like you wrecked this, right? Yeah, I guess I did. Okay, so it sounds like you want to heal things. Yeah, well, it sounds like then maybe you know where you need to be, and that's in Capricorn's world. So good luck with that, but I hope you sober up and go to them. And I feel like by the next dawn, by morning, this is early morning light, this person is ready to rush their way back to Capricorn's world, to be like, we got to fix this. I didn't mean it. I didn't want to walk away. I don't know why I let this happen, Capricorn. I don't know why I didn't tell you how I felt. Let me ask this. Is this person really on the move? Are they really headed back into Capricorn's world? Let's go with the deck that doesn't leave us a whole lot of space for interpretation. So it's a little more blunt. King of Wands. Okay, there's blunt for you. Phoenix rising from the ashes. And again, rising like the morning sun. I'm rushing back. My heart's on fire. I feel like they could literally be pounding on Capricorn's door in the early morning, or they're driving. They may be literally like halfway across the country. This could be a big distance from Capricorn, but they are on their way. In this storyline, on their way with their heart leading the way. This is somebody who is, I kind of feel like they might downright beg for Capricorn to please give me another chance. Please, please give me another chance. I was wrong. We got the Justice card, but they're standing in the yin yang. I know there's no reason you should take me back, Capricorn, but will you? You know, I don't know why I acted like this. King of Cups. Wow. They are definitely not above begging in this. I'm not saying Capricorn's going to make them beg or want them to beg. I'm just saying they literally are heart-centered, emotionally available, and they are completely acknowledging, I screwed this up. I did this. I don't know why I didn't just tell you that I loved you. I don't know why I didn't just, you're my dream come true. Why didn't I build with you, Capricorn? Wow. Wow. Okay, they're not going to pull any punches about this. This is somebody who wants Capricorn, and thank goodness they've got a solid friend. Let me just get one message about that, the friend, the philosopher who kind of like talked them into reality. Oh, it's somebody who made their own mistake. You know what? We have somebody who might have sat there. There's a song called "Oh Man, That's the Good Stuff." It's a country song. I think it starts out with like somebody who has a fight with their lady, and they go down to the local bar, and they're talking to like an old timer, either the bartender or an old timer sitting there, and they're like describing stuff, you know, about life. Somebody who's had more life experience, and they're like, you know, telling them all the things that you are mad and going to walk away from, when all that is the good stuff in life. I want to say this philosopher friend who gives them some pretty sage advice is somebody who's like, so let me tell you what I did once upon a time, because I think that they lost the love of their life. This is somebody who lives in a regret every day. I don't know why, but I think that that's an important side note. That friend, they don't give sage advice and call somebody out on their BS for no reason, unless they've called themselves out on their own BS, and because they've had enough years of their life to recognize that they missed out on something that was a really good thing. So, whew, tough to be that friend. But on the other hand, the friend is like definitely the mouthpiece of the divine right now, because that friend is able to say, here's the reality. You walk away from somebody that you actually love. You won't tell somebody that you love them, leave them no choice but to move on. You're going to be the one who will never forget them. You're going to be the one with the regrets at the end of your life and for the rest of your life as you watch them move on and be happy with somebody else. So if you don't want that to happen, you best go get your Capricorn. Kind of, it's great when one person who has their own mistakes in life can actually like give the right kind of advice or give perspective to other people as they're going through their own life experiences. And I feel like that's what that was. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.